Sheep, the most stubborn animal that God ever created. You know, I can remember as a young teenager, I just had no patience for sheep. If you wanted to get a sheep to do something it didn't want to do, there's no way you would do it. They were just so stubborn. I remember on more than one occasion we were trying to move sheep from one field to another, and if one of the sheep decided it didn't want to go, it'd just lie down. Can you believe that? And you know, so you try and move it. So I can remember, and this happened more than once, I lifted up the front legs of the sheep so he's standing on its front legs, and then by the time you try and get his back legs up, he's gone down on his front legs. And you just keep doing it, and there's just no way that you can get them to move. You just got to leave them go, and then eventually they'll move on their own. Well, anyway, the decision was made to get rid of the sheep from the farm. I was eventually going to take the farm over, and so we were going to major on cows, a dairy herd, and some beef cattle, and maybe grow some cereals, and that was that. But the sheep were going to go. Wow. This was all going well. We'd had about 100 breeding ewes, and they were now getting down to about 60, 70, something like that. Gradually going down, gradually selling them off. When Sharon Green came onto the scene, and Sharon Green became my girlfriend, and it wasn't long before things were serious, you know, and I was definitely in love with her. And anyway, she had spent a lot of her life looking after sheep, and so she was saying, what do you want to get rid of the sheep for? I love them. Well, of course you can guess what happened. My love for the sheep, my hate for the sheep, was nothing compared to my love for Sharon, and so therefore she won the day, and the decision was reversed, and gradually we increased our sheep. In fact, in the end we had 150 breeding ewes, specialist ones as well, and you know, I'd learnt over the years to be more patient. In fact, I can remember on a number of occasions Sharon helping me with that, and one I'll tell you about. This is not about sheep, it's about cows. I had a cow calf, and again I was only, teenager I suppose, and my dad was away, and the calf wouldn't suckle its mother. Of course, this is really, really important. If they don't suckle the mother, then the calf's going to die. So I tried everything, and nothing worked, and I was in a mood. And I went to pick Sharon up, you know, and she said, what's wrong? I said, well, I'm trying to get this calf to suckle, and nothing's working. The calf's going to die, and I'm just really upset about it. And so, guess what? We spent the whole of our date night, the whole of it, looking after this calf, and eventually with Sharon's help I got it to suckle, and all was really well. In the Bible there's much about sheep and shepherds, and one of the reasons for that, of course, is it was one of the main industries that went on, you know, shepherding the sheep. And many of the main characters in the Bible were shepherds. If you think about Abraham, and Isaac, and Jacob, and David, Moses, either all of their lives they've been shepherds, in some cases just for some of the time. And so it's not unusual that the Bible would use illustrations about sheep, shepherds. Well, Jesus himself said, I am the good shepherd. He cares for people as a shepherd. Now, today, I want to talk about the patience of the shepherd, because that is one of the key attributes that the shepherd needs. Patience. And before that, let me just read part of the 23rd Psalm, which is perhaps the most famous psalm of all, and all about shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leads me beside still waters. And as we think about those words, he restores my soul. As we think about this, it just reminds us that God is for us and not against us. He really is for us. And when I say to you that he is patient, let me explain to you what I mean by that. You see, according to the Bible, we are his sheep. All of us, we're his sheep. And some of us are filled with doubt. Some of us are filled with unbelief. Some of us struggle deeply with anxiety. Some of us are rebellious. Some of us struggle with weaknesses. We're all his sheep. Some of us think we're better than we are, but we're all his sheep. And many of us give up on ourselves. Other people give up on us, and we give up on ourselves. And I want you to know today that God, our Father, our heavenly shepherd, does not give up on us. He's there to help us. He's there to guide us. He's there to strengthen and encourage us. He has endless patience. When we give up on all the patience, he doesn't give up. And I guess I want to end today with simply this. God, who is such a loving God and is so patient, wants you, in whatever situation you find yourself, to reach out to him. You see, that's what a shepherd's there for, to meet the needs of the flock. And just like this little lamb's calling and looking for his mum, he wants us to call out to him. Will you call out to him today? You see, I'm telling you of the patience of Jesus. I'm telling you of his love. But there comes a point. There comes a point when he won't ask you again. Now is the day of salvation. Now is the day when we can call upon him. There will come a day when we can't anymore. And then instead of a shepherd, he's a judge. But today, you and I can reach out to him. and know his love and know his patience and hear his loving voice. May God richly bless you and encourage you during this week. Bye everyone.